and welcome back to Rügsæk Solo 1.1. It's Dungeon Delving Day today. And yes, one issue from the last couple of recordings I made was a sound issue. It should be all fixed now. I'm really sorry about how the sound of the last recordings turned out. That was really bad. So I made some tests now and it should work. So A-okay. And us as the observant watcher of this video might have noticed is that I forgot to change my currency when I bought equipment way back when I bought equipment for Emmir. And I also didn't note on my character sheet that it was a small silver mirror. Maybe we are meeting vampires. But so the correct number of coins is now I have 62 coins left in my purse. So yes, with that out of the way, I think we are about to start. As you can see, I made a little quick drawing, a little sketch, I should say, actually, of the lookout tower. Yes. And Emmir was about to go down to the underground. And for that, I found my one. Random tables, dungeons, and lairs. I actually find this book quite useful. I have loads of other material, but I have this one in book format, so that's sort of easier for me to use the book while we play. And that leaves me less button clicking as well. And I think actually it's also quite clear to read and to use at the table. So I'm going to do that. So without any further ado, let's roll the dungeon type. And I think we're just going to take I have an idea for how to progress from room to room, but let's take that one step at a time. First we have to roll first I have to get the dice out. That's important. You want to roll dice. Okay, so dungeon type. I'm going to pass an old D10. That's oh, maybe I should put the dice roller on top of the drawing. So that's a 10. It's a vault designed to contain valuables, a particular kind of valuable, or one treasure in particular. This dungeon keeps its content warded, guarded, and secured. Oh. Okay. Let's also, with a 12-sided die, roll the current status vault. The 1. Yes, as I expected. The status is ascendant. Not only is this dungeon intact and inhabited, it is also thriving and growing in size, population, and influence. That fits the story really well, I think. The rising power of the dungeon makes it a threat and keeps would-be heroes from venturing closer. Whoa! Next is a rumor table, but I have Emmir hasn't heard any there isn't any rumor about this. Completely, it's been a secret until now. Um, and there's a table for who built it, who the original builders, but this table is all over the place, so I'm not going to roll that. Let's just skip that for now. And we already know the location, so I don't have to roll the location. But a thing we can roll is the lightning source. I should actually write all this down, but I'm trying to just keep it simple. See if I can remember. Maybe put some marks in my book. Then write it later. Okay, 15. Well, what do you know? I bet it's not vampires because it says that the light source down here is mirrors or are mirrors. Light mirrors? Okay. I'm going to ask if there's any kind of magical lightning because there's a table here. Um, the probability is 50-50, I guess. If they're cultist, they could have a D8 versus a D8. Hmm. Oh yeah, let's get that table out. Actually check. Uh, so it's 2 above. It's a yes, but. Mm, yes, but. Okay, let's roll what sort of magical lightning and then see what the bot is. What the bot is about. It's D20. Illusory light. So it's not really light, but it just appears to be light. I'm going to skip ahead. Oh, let's roll the temperature, and we have the 20-sided die out. It's a moderate temperature, ideal for exploration and adventuring, and offers no penalties or benefits. The air quality. Yeah, we're getting detaily here. Ooh, 3. There is a biting wind. A freezing cold wind rushes through the dungeon, slicing those who encounter it with its dagger-like cold and force. Creatures must be wary to avoid being pushed around by the freezing wind. Hmm. I hope Emmir brought his coat. Are there any water resources in this? I find it quite. I'm just saying that there is. Which, how is the resource of water? Uh, the water resource down here comes in form of a magical spell. Yes. Are there any? Yeah, are there any food resources down here? Hmm. Um, okay, I'm going to say that I can tell you what I wrote, but I'm going to say that if it's so inhabited down here, I think there's all sorts of food storages, but it does also say that there's small prey animals like birds, rabbits, and foxes. But there's there's no such thing in this dungeon. Sorry about that. Roll. Ooh, the dungeon noises. Oh, that's oh sorry, that's a D100. Boom. That's an 18. Uh, uh, there's the sound of creaking sounds, creaking doors. Let's roll a couple of more, shall we? Because not only one sound down here. And we can also change the sounds with the hazard die. You'll see later when I delve. 71. Oh, that's scary. There's also a snoring sound. And rustling sounds. Let's carry on. Oh, I need to mark them. Uh, and snoring. Glad it wasn't slithering or slurping. Uh, what does this dungeon, what's its reek? How does the odor smell like down here? I know we're getting really detaily, but funny. It's not a D100, it's a D20. Sorry about that. It's a D30. It's a 13. There's a smell of salt down here. More spices. Dungeon facade. No, we don't need that. Maybe we need. Oh, that's actually the lookout tower thing here. But we are not going to use this. And we're also going to wait with secret entrance. So, and okay, I think yes. Now we're getting into the meat of it. Going to hide the die and one. And I'm getting a page up for you so you can see what I mean about hazard die. Okay. So this is a hazard die system. Uh, it's oh sorry, one sec. Yeah, it's a D6 hazard die system, very much inspired by Necropraxis hazard system. Uh, and it's also in the new Knave second edition, I think. It's quite similar to that. But yeah, I have only a hazard die for traveling hazards and dungeon hazards and combat hazards. But each turn, I'm going to roll a d6 to see. Yeah, it's you're rolling a die instead of having it's sort of it generates a procedure for you, so you don't have to keep track of it yourself. I'm quite fond of that idea, so I think it brings a better narrative for me, at least when I'm solo playing. Yeah, okay, and I think we're going to just keep the, as I said, how do we delve? I think it's going to be some sort of abstract because I can roll. I'm saying I can roll it pretty abstract in here. Um, uh, because I can. Oh, you know what? Actually, the video doesn't go on forever. I'm going to say that I sort of make it like a point crawl. So it's an abstract. There's probably some corridors and stuff um, that I won't be specific about, but I'm more specific about the rooms. But maybe that could come be you know a relevant corridor once I roll this because I'm not. Um, I mean, it's the dice that decide for me. So, but let's. I'm going to track that on a piece of paper. So I'm going to say that I'm. I have. I'm going to roll with a die, and it's the die decide that. I'm going to roll with, say, a six-sided die plus 3. So 6 rooms. Rooms. Okay. Um, let's do this. So, what does the actual, um, you know, when the hatch fell down, what did what does Emmir look down into? Is it dark? Is there a light source? Is there a ladder? Is there a staircase? How far down is it? Okay, so get I'm going to roll a couple of descriptors just to get a feeling of it. So 98, and that is violent. Oh my. And 14, so okay, concealed. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead with that and say that that's not how the entrance look. I'm just going to ask, but I think that's a trap, and we're going to see when after I've figured out how to after I've asked the the GM a couple of questions like, is it dark or can I see anything down there? And I'm going to let poor Emmir uh, walk down, and let's after that roll whether he notices the trap or not. Mm. Okay, so I'm going to ask, hmm, do I see, is it dark? I'm going to ask that. And that's would be a 50-50. That's a yes. It's 7 above, but I can check it. I think that's just the straight yes. Let's check it actually. Mm. Yeah, yes, that's a yes. It's dark down there. So Ymir uh, lights a torch. So, and I I forgot to buy extra torches. Ymir got one torch. They last an hour, or the hazard die can blow it out. I do hope I find extra torches or a lamp or some other light source down there, because I'm going to. No, I'm not going to remove it yet, but I'm going to mark that I used one with an X. Okay. So it's dark now that it's now that it's now that the torch is lit. I put it down, or Emir puts it down. What does he see any sort of um, life signs? Oh, that's also a 50-50. Let's check the. So rolls below is a no, but maybe there's something dead, a corpse perhaps. Mm, or maybe I just said life signs. That could also be like noise from people chattering or talking. Not necessarily something that he can see, but uh, can he hear life signs sound? Life signs down there. One above is yes, but uh, I think that the sounds he hear are hard to make out. It could be both humanoids, it could be animalistic sounds, but there's definitely signs of life down there. And since we know that the dungeon is sort of thriving because the cult of the Dead Eye, the Brotherhood of the Dead Eye, are sort of growing in power, and yeah. So this is it's not like an old dungeon per se. It could be an old dungeon that they sort of modernized. But okay. Let's see how the walls and the floor, what's what's it made of. I'm going to have to roll that because I know what I want to know what I see down there, or what Ymir sees. Hmm. It's a slimy floor. That doesn't bode well. Should we also roll the room size now we're at it? what I'm looking into. I think it's the corridor, but room. No, it's 30 times 40 feet room. So it's a medium trapezoid. That's how it's pronounced. I don't. I'm drawing it here on my own paper. A rectangular room. Are there? Do I see any? No, I want to know what the walls and the ceilings are made of or look like. It's made of uneven. The ceiling is sort of uneven stone. So I'm guessing the floor is stone as well. The walls is reinforced stone masonry. While we're at it, let's roll the room quality. 7. It's clean. It's regularly used. So this room is clean. Yeah, I bet it's their entrance or one of probably many entrances. So this is not like an forgotten room of the area. Okay. Yes or no question 50-50. Is there a ladder or some stairs down? Yeah, is there or is it just yes, there's definitely. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, it's on 1 and 2, it's I'm going to roll a 4-sided die. On 1 and 2, it's ladder, and no, let me do it like this instead. One a 6-sided day. 1 and 2 is a ladder, and 4 to 6 is a stairs. Just the ladder down. Okay. Okay. So this descent. Emmir climbs down the ladder into a clean stone room. What's the room's function? I know, I said there's a trap. I know. Let's get back to it. I have to roll for this room's function. And I also find it fitting that it's a vault, actually, or vault-like. Emir doesn't know this yet, but um, that the dungeon isn't like a mega dungeon. So I don't think there are mega vaults. Maybe there are some, but that it's a six six room dungeon. Okay, so yeah, let's roll 100-sided die and see how it's furnitured and stuff. 8. It's a break room. We can get a more detailed description of that. So it's a place you can um, take a break. How convenient. Dungeon inhabitants use this room to relax, talk, play games, enjoy small meals, and otherwise kick back between their regular shifts on duty. Uh, aren't any guards. I asked for that, so okay. I walk into the guards break room. Maybe they have dart arrows in. Okay, okay. I'm going to have to roll to see if Emmir notices the trap, and also afterwards maybe can he avoid it if he does. And we can roll traps in this one, I think. That's entertaining. But let's get Emmir's character sheet up, and I think this roll it's a brains roll, and he's got +1 to this roll. And I actually think I forgot that in the previous videos, but I think it's pretty nasty trap actually was hidden and stuff, wasn't it? So I'm going to a concealed violent. Yes, I'm going to say that it's a D10 +1 versus a D12. I've thought about actually adding um, to also, sometimes when you get your strengths in the rules get degraded, like one die step, you could actually end up on a D4. But there's only one class um, that rarely uses the D20, and that's the Corroded Knight class I made. Each time he crits, he can roll a D20. That's a quite fun mechanic, I think. But I think that I will also add, it's a house rule I'm making, I don't have to write it in, you can use them, that sometimes something is so difficult or something is so easy that you can actually roll versus a D4 or a D20. And I think it's been very smooth so far for Emmir, so I'm going to up the stakes a bit here and say that this trap is potentially deadly. Okay. Ooh, let's roll the. Oh my god. Yeah. So that this is not an oracle roll. It just states that he doesn't. He just gets a 6 versus a 14. It's not like the higher the difference of the numbers is the more uh, the less he discovers the trap. It's just yeah, he just doesn't notice the trap. So it says click, and then he gets the stare, and he awaits his doom while I look in the book. I'm going to see. I think there are traps in here. Let's find the index. It says Dungeon Essentials, so I hope there's a trap. I can't remember if it doesn't look like there are traps actually. Ah, but maybe there's the chasms and bottomless bottom of pits and stuff. Not a pit. And it's not a chasm. So does Tables 1 have traps? Can't remember. Anyways, I'm just saying that, yeah, let's roll descriptors for the trap. I'm just going to say, okay, I'm rolling a couple of descriptors to see if I get something useful. 11 is Actually I'm going for an action word as well. So if I take the action word, it's attack. I'm going to roll action, descriptor, and subject actually for this one. So attack and 30. Attack essential. Or no, that's a reroll because I got politics. Maybe it's enough with attack essentials, and I have an idea for that, but let's try it again. No, the subject words aren't really, they could be fitting, but they also, action and descriptor would be better. Let's get another descriptor. So it's attack essential, cold. I don't know about the essentials, but he's a man. It could be something cold hits him where it really hurts. Okay, some sort of beam of cold. Maybe it's some magic attack, something really cold, but it doesn't hit him yet. Can Emmir avoid uh, the trap? So he has an agility of D8, and I said that this was a really, really difficult trap. So I'm going to roll against the D20 again. Ow, ow, ow. He doesn't, it's not, he doesn't, yeah. He gets hit by the trap. And since it's a dangerous trap, it's quite hurtful. Oh, let me check one thing actually, because if it's like a magical attack, then I actually don't roll agility. Let me just find it here in the combat section. Da-ba-da. Spell ignores armor, we know that. Brains for spells. So I actually had to yeah. My save throw is with not with agility, it's with uh, brains. But if I would have had any armor on, they wouldn't have helped me because it's magical. I'm saying this is magical. Could also, but just be some sort of mechanism. I'm going to roll. Yeah. Uh, if it's a is it magical? I'm asking. Ooh. Let's refer to the table. It's two below. No, but I have to roll it like it's magical. Okay. So actually, it's D10 versus a D20, and I have +1 because I have to avoid it with my brains. And it's like an attack. So this is the difference. Ooh, I'm still. I forgot that I treated this like an attack. So actually, what happens is that the difference here is the damage. So I'm quite glad I rolled quite high. So the difference here is 4. Uh, yes, that's 4 points of damage. He loses 4 hearts. In Rügsæk, we have heart points. Ow, ow, ow. So Emmir just got shot off the pushed down from the ladder with a beam of cold, and he lands on the floor. I think it's time to roll the hazard die because he entered a room, and yeah, hazard die is rolled once per turn. And here is a thing that I haven't rolled it yet, so I think that's you do that when you encounter a new room. So I'm going to roll the hazard die also on top of that. Okay. So a 6-sided die. I get a free turn. That was quite lucky. A free turn means that um, um, like if I would have looked for a seek or a hidden object, it wouldn't have taken me like a turn, 10 minutes, like the usual 10 minutes a turn would take, would just be like a free turn. So yeah, okay, nothing happens. It's just a free turn. So actually, also that means that I don't count. It's because it's a free turn. I don't. Um, no turn has passed, so there's still, if it doesn't blow out, there's still 6 turns left on Emir's torch. Okay, he gets to his feet and he looks at himself, and there's a mark on his, you know, ow, 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 pretty cold, and he's just got 6 hard points left. So, are there how many? Are there any? I guess there must be exits, right? But I'm going to roll how many exits there are, and I'm going to roll like a 6-sided die where 1 and 2 is 1, and 3 and 4 is 2, and 5 and 6 is 3 exits. So there are 2 exits out of this. I can show you this little thing I made. So I can roll a d4 to see which directions they are. So 1 is north, 2 is east, 3 is south, 4 is west. So there's 1 to the east. And 1 to the. Okay. So are there. Okay, yeah. I'm asking it if it's a 50-50. I'm asking if they're just open corridors or if they are doors. Are they both doors? One above. I think that's a no but. Yes, but sorry. Where did I put it? It's a yes, but. No, so it's just there's one corridor and one door. Corridor and one door. So, okay. Is the door to the east? Uh, to below. I'm just, it says no, but this was just a yes or no thing, I think, because no, it's to the west that there is a door. So the doorway to the east corridor. And I think he's going to stick his nose down there and light with the torch. Uh, yeah, and actually also the torch is enough to light up this room, just like just. Uh, I think he's going to look to see it is a guard room. Is there are there and this is the thing. So I'm looking for something. So it's abstracted, so it would take a turn to look for something. But I'm looking for a lamp or useful thing. Preferably a lamp or some more torches. So that's a 50-50. Yes. Mm, it is. Oh, it's not. I do have a light source. It's a 50-50 situation. Bro. So two above is the is a yes. I ask, is there a lamp? Oh yeah, okay. Then it's not a 50. Sorry. Yeah. I'm looking very specifically for a lamp. So the probability die would be lower. The difficulty die is still an 8, but the probability die would be low. So it's a nope, not a chance situation, I think. Oh well, it's a guard room, so but it's a possible no. So 6 versus D10. Okay. Oh, okay. I just rolled even, even. That means double trouble. Chains of events. So while I'm looking, I have to roll on the gun event table. Oh dear. I'm going to roll a D20. Conflict, of course. Oh my god. A filler fight or an ambush, an attack, an interruption, or equivalent trouble. Uh, I think I think that Emmir is so blindsided. He's looking for a lamp. He wants to have a better light source, so or he's afraid that his torch will blow out, and he's looking through the guards um like guard stuff here, like the Yahtzee guys, and all the all the all the all their shit actually. And yeah, he doesn't find a lamp, and he's interrupted by, I think it's a guard. Is it a guard? It's likely. So I'm going to roll table, and is it dead sure that it's a guard, or is it probably yes? Cultist, guard cultist. It's a think it's probably yes. Some sort of guard because it's a guard room. Oh dear. So it's a D12 versus a D4. So, okay. Uh, Here we have a situation. Let me just read the rules while I'm at. Okay. So, okay. That's on the 12-sided die, I rolled the highest number, and on the difficulty die, I rolled the lowest number. Uh, so I asked if it was a guard. So I would say that either it's a really big guard, or there are more than one guard, or is more than one guard. I'm going to say that it's a really ugly mother beep. And I'm giving him, okay, so this is a fight, and I think, no, I'm just going to use the hazard die rules. Okay, so difficulty-wise, this is a top one. I think he's a 12. He's not like up there with a dragon. They are D20, but he's close. Maybe some sort of mutant ogre or mutant cultist. Like, I think he's humanoid, but is he more than just humanoid in his shape? And I'm going to ask that. That's a 50-50. So that's a 6 below. So it's a no, and he's not a mutant guard. And he's just big. Okay, I interpret it as that. Oh, I said he. 1, 2, 3, female, 4, 5, 6, male. Okay. It's a guy, it's a he. So difficulty 12. Okay. First things first. In Rügsæk, you roll the hazard die first. The combat hazard die. You can look along here. So rolling the d6. 3. Expiration. A torch goes. This is just it can be random things, or according to the narrative. Something expires. A torch goes out. Does the Crimson Wizard forget a spell? Requires brain test. A magic effect expires prematurely. So I've written 3 examples, so we can just like throw the die again, see what it is. Since there is no magic effect going on that could expire, I'm going to say that 1, 2, 3 was. I'm going re-roll it. 1, 2, 3 is torch goes out. 3, 4, 4, 5, 6 is that Emmir has to do an intelligence test or forget a spell. Emmir maybe forgets a spell. Which spell? So I have 3 spells. Invisible Hand, Familiar Form, and Teleport. It's a d6 roll again. So that's Familiar Form. Goodbye, Familiar Form. Oh. But it's still me. Still my turn. So it doesn't have any offensive spells, so I'm just going to hit him with my staff. Let's see if I can do. So it's a strength roll, and I have +1 attack power. D10 strength die. And I'm rolling versus his difficulty. So D10, 12. Okay, yeah, I sorry, I forgot. I have to reroll. Let's give him some stats, right? Shall we? So, guard, DD 12, attack power. It's a guard, so I think I'm giving him attack power 1, like the fighter or the fighting man has, but his weapon also gives him attack power. So, and I think that he uses like big guy. He probably uses like a two-handed club, so he's got 3 attack power, and he probably also wears some sort of light armor, and that gives him +1 in armor value. Now we're ready. Now I can roll actually. D10 +1, 6. Oh dear. That's yeah, +3 to his. That's 11, and I had 6. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 5 points difference. So let's check the combat rules while we're at it. Okay. Yeah. Attacking. I'm attacking, and it's all from the player perspective. So, if your opponent's roll beats yours, it's a miss when I'm attacking. So, I just miss him. He's just dodging or blocking. Okay. So now it's my opponent's turn, the guard. So, um, oh yeah, sorry about that. It doesn't matter. It's still a miss. I had to, of course, add his armor value to that roll because he was defending. Yes. Okay. He's now has a +3. He rolls his die. he gets a crit. Or it's only crit if I fail. So fail. I roll my lowest. Let's see. So I have a D10. Okay, it's not a crit. So, but it's really really bad for me. I can say that because the damage is the difference, and he's doing 12 plus 3. That's 15, and I only rolled a 4 in my defense. So but that's 11 points of damage, right? That's bad because we all know that Emmir has 6 points, 6 hard points. So, oh, I think I have a rule on death. Or maybe I haven't added it. I have thoughts about death rolls. Let's see if I have put it in here somewhere. Because if I can share the rule with you I thought about after I check if there should be any. Yeah, it's actually there's a rule. Okay, and it doesn't matter if I don't get minus points. If okay, hard points. The number of hard points you have is equal to your strength die. We already know that. When you run, because it will happen, run out of hearts, you must pass a faith test or die. Okie dokie. So, and because uh, yeah, I'm rolling against the difficulty of the monster or the enemy, the opponent who did this damage to me. I'm thinking that's not really defined, but I think it's up to the GM and the players, but how we can interpret this. But my faith, I have a D8 in faith, and it's versus a D12. Oh. Yeah, so I'm going to close my windows. This is this is um this is what happens in in old school role-playing games. I mean, you this is not D&D, so you die. Emmir is dead. Uh, I quite like the character. That is, ugh. And I also made a lot of work for this, so maybe I have an idea. I didn't plan this, so I could go on with the adventure. I could take on the role of Curtis Codpurse, the thief, or I could also, I don't know what class she would be, but take the role of Marcela. So I'm going to going to let the dice decide that. Okay. Yeah. That's that's the harsh reality of tabletop role-playing games. I don't think I've ever seen an actual play where the a solo actual solo role play where the protagonist died. I think I've seen it. I've seen someone getting close to die, but I don't think I've actually ever seen death on a solo on the YouTube. So how do you do this? If I 50-50, so D8 versus, but it's a yes and no. If I roll above, I should take the purchase cut purse. If it's below, I take Masila. I don't want to carry on. That's a reroll. So that's a win for Masila. Okay, so I guess that's it for today. I had hoped for a bit more dungeon delving, but maybe Masila can take it one step further. She might, if Emmir doesn't not getting back, she's getting worried, and she's maybe also getting worried about if he, sorry, fucks up the the secrets she shared on him, and maybe she wants to go and check if he's capable of being totally dumbass and die. Unfortunately, he did. Yeah, let's go on with Masila. Bye.